Hello everyone, this is episode number 5 of my trip to Elon Musk, and it is devoted to New York. I spent 3 days there, and now I'm going to tell you the most amazing facts. For example, why you have to pay $15 if you enter the city by car, or why there is a 431 square feet Belarusian tapestry on one of the walls of the UN headquarters, or why it is more convenient to cycle in New York, and also where Casey Neistat's studio is located. Watch and enjoy. A Russian came to America with a dream to give Elon Musk a present. Do you think I can do it? Let's find out. On arriving in New York City, I was driven to New Jersey, and guess who I met? A raccoon? Wow. What is it doing? Is it a real raccoon? Oh, it is so cool. It's climbing. You can come across different animals in the States. Squirrels, chipmunks, badgers, hares, foxes, and even bears. But deer are the second to none. Deer are all drivers' nightmare because they often cross roads and cause car accidents. I even saw a herd of deer rushing across the highway. They are so fast that you have no chance to react. New York and New Jersey are separated by the river Hudson. A lot of bridges and tunnels connect the banks of the river, and one of them is called Washington Bridge. If you leave the city over that bridge, you do it for free, but if you want to get back, you will have to pay $15. Americans just love their national flag, and they hang it everywhere. Flags can be really huge. You can find them even on garbage trucks or fire trucks. New York City is one of top visited places, and the reason is that Hollywood made it kind of dream city in its movies. Everybody knows that New York City is about skyscrapers, Central Park, white collars, Times Square. You know, when you get to New York City, you really feel like you get into a film. One detail. When I say New York City, I mean Manhattan, the territory between Washington Bridge and Battery Park. Actually, the city includes 5 big districts, and it's also part of a big New York state. But it's not the capital. Central Park. These boulders are everywhere around here. You can see them in many films, like Home Alone. I got acquainted with guys from Uzbekistan. They led bicycles and organized pedicab tours. They gave us a ride around Central Park. On the left there is a stage for concerts. They hold concerts on Fridays. Good Morning America is there. An episode of Stuart Little was shot on that lake. Remember that one with boats? Точно, кораблики. You can rent them too. A lot of movies were shot here. For example, Home Alone. This part is amazing. And almost in the end of the tour, we saw the house where John Lennon lived and where he was killed by his fan, who just wanted his fame. I walked to John Lennon's memorial.
Imagine. А это дом, в котором он
And
жил,
there is the house where he
и
lived
на пороге которого
and where his fan
его
shot
застрелил его
him.
фанат.
Later, I visited the Natural History Museum. It is that very museum where Night at the Museum was made.
Он на самом деле
It's really
огромный,
huge.
тут несколько
There are a few
этажей,
floors and
с
different exhibitions:
животными,
animals,
динозаврами,
dinosaurs,
историей
history of America,
Америки,
Indians.
индейцы,
Everything.
все тут есть.
It's a great museum. I highly recommend to visit it. It's located opposite the Central Park. Next day we had an excursion to the United Nations General Assembly. I'll try to take the most interesting facts in short. Right at the entrance we saw a gift from Italy, sphere within a sphere.
Красивая штука.
It's beautiful. Look at non-violent sculpture from Luxembourg. It's a revolver within its barrel tied in a knot. This is one of assembly halls. What impressed me most was an exhibition devoted to disarmament, and also some objects that were found in Hiroshima and Nagasaki after atomic bombings. Can you see a statue of a girl holding a lamp? After the explosion, it fell and its backside was like baked and looks like the glass now. Although the front side and the lamp haven't changed. To tell the truth, it's awful that in some parts of our world there are still wars, bombs, rockets, and people die there every day. I don't like such a world. In the General Assembly building, you can also find a tapestry created by a Belarusian artist Alexander Kishenko. It's called Chernobyl. It's a gift from Belarus to the United Nations. The tapestry size is 431 square feet. How to move in New York? Of course, you can take taxi, but it's very expensive and you can get stuck in traffic jams because New York is a humongous city. That's why we chose subway. A ticket costs $2.75 versus Moscow subway tickets that less than $1. Who's still complaining about Moscow subway fares? New York subway is quite unusually designed because it was being built by several construction companies at once. That's why many lines are parallel and coincide in some parts. Another good way to go is to rent a bicycle at City Bike. It costs $3 per 30 minutes. I tried such a bicycle. Let's go! There are two postal vans in front of me. It's USPS, United States Postal Service. It's interesting that American Mail Service has its own special type of vans that no other company has.
Которых нету больше ни у кого.
You can meet a mailman with a cart in New York City.
С тележками.
They deliver letters on foot.
Вручную.
But I guess it's the only way to deliver anything because the traffic is awful.
С этим трафиком.
Oh look, how many parcels from Amazon.
Поехало.
USPS. The eagle is a symbol of USPS. Eagle actually is a popular symbol here, but it's not a two-headed like in Russia. If you go to New York City by car and want to park it, be ready to pay at least $30 per hour. Parking lifts are very popular in New York City. A parking lift means that you drive your car into a lift and it moves up to the 4th level. The next car will be on the 3rd level, then it is the 2nd level, and the last one will stay in the ground. If you need a car from the top level, you will have to unpark others. On my last day, I decided to visit the studio of a famous YouTuber, Casey Neistat. We presented him one of our clocks, by the way. At the end of the video I will attach the episode about it. Enjoy some more New York views just to please your eyes. Look at that building, it's amazing. Look a bit like Jenga, doesn't it? Would you like to live there? New York street art. Like that graffiti? There is a three-eyed woman there. At the beginning of the video, I told how to get to New Jersey from New York by car. You can also take ferry. It will cost you $11. If you need to go from New York, there it is, to New Jersey, then New York Waterway is the best. It's a ferry that crosses the Hudson and delivers you to the next state, to New Jersey. I have a flight from there to Las Vegas tomorrow in the early morning. And of course, I'm taking my clocks. Nice view, isn't it? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, there is a yacht there. And look far forward. There is that very Washington Bridge that we were to. New Jersey is a rather big state. And it's also called Garden State because agriculture is developed here. New Jersey is famous for its apples. I can speak hours about New York. I showed you a very little of this megapolis. By the way, write in comments how do you like this city. And we are heading to Las Vegas, baby! See you next week or so. Bye bye.